Hi, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer is one that is new to me and apparently hasn't been around terribly long. I guess last year was the first time they brought it out, but this is a brewery that, how to put it gently, hasn't made a great impression among beer geeks in Japan, but I saw it and I thought we should give it a try. I've had a few beers from them, and we'll try this one and see how it is. The beer we're going to look at today is by Abashiri Brewery in Hokkaido. And Hokkaido is the farthest northernmost island of Japan, and in fact, Abashiri is in a very rural part of that on the northeast shore, sort of. And Abashiri Brewery has been around for a while. They were founded in 1998, and they're most famous for their series of colored beers, artificially colored beers. And so you may see these in stores. Probably the most famous one is their Okotsuka ice beer, which is a blue color, and they claim they make it with floating sea ice that they off the coast of Hokkaido. Another one they make is their Shiretoko Draft, which is green, light green. They make Sakurambo no Shizuku cherry, which is red. And another one which is interesting, which leads to the history of that area, Kangoku no Kuro, or Abashiri Prison Stout. And in fact, Abashiri is famous for its prison. It's way out in the far. Sapporo is on the Sapporo, the populated areas or heavily populated areas of Hokkaido Island are on the west side, including the largest city, Sapporo, which you may know. Abashiri is all the way to the other side, and so it was quite isolated and pretty desolate area, and they built a prison there, a famous prison. Abashiri, again, has been around since 1998, and they claim to do decoction brewing, but I assume most of their beers are ales, and I'm not sure how they, if they actually do it. So 3-step brewing. On RateBeer, there are 14 beers listed, and on Untappd, 34 different beers, and on Untappd, the average rating for their beers is 2.75 out of 5, and so not terribly high. The brewery does have a, it's technically a brew pub, I think, and they have an attached restaurant for yakiniku, grilled or grilled meat, and the meat they serve there apparently is Abashiri Wagyu, which is famous Japanese beef. Many towns in Japan have their beef, which is called Wagyu, Japanese beef, and they have Abashiri Wagyu. So, okay, and so in any case, this beer is a flavored beer, other style, and it's a 5% beer. I'm not sure of the bittering units for this, but probably not very high. It's a limited release, and as it says here, limited release, and with cherry blossoms added. Cherry blossoms added. So they take the sakura blossoms and put the petals into it. A number of breweries tend to do that, especially at this time of year. We're coming into spring, which is cherry blossom viewing season in Japan, and so we get these kinds of beers at this time of year. Actually, I just realized there is a kind of map of Hokkaido on the back here, and Sapporo is on this side, and Abashiri is way over here. So it's a rather large island, and Abashiri is located quite far from the populated areas. Okay, so on RateBeer, this beer has 3 ratings only, and the average is 1.67, quite low, and no ratings have been put up since 2017, so 3-4 years. And on Untapped, the average, or they have 43 ratings, and the average is 2.83, so almost more than a point higher than on RateBeer. So in any case, shall we give this a go? Dare we give this a go? Okay, let's try. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, okay. Okay. Now I suspect we're getting into the territory of what one beer writer in the U.S. Named Jeff Allworth says when he and his friends go to a beer festival, people bring them beer and they sample it and they have a game. It's beer or not beer? Is it beer or is it not beer? And they do this apparently. And looking at this, what do you think? Beer or not beer? Well, you can see the color. It's unlike any kind of beer you will ever see. It doesn't even look like a rosé wine. I don't know how to say this. If it's possible, a pastel rose color, a pastel pink, with about a half a finger of kind of frothy white head. And oh my. Okay, all right. It does smell cherry-like. They don't say they put any cherry flavoring in this, but but they do have coloring for sure. But cherry blossoms? I don't know. It smells like kind of cherry cough drop candy. It also smells like it has some kind of lactic note, but I don't think it does. I mean, it shouldn't. Wow. Okay. This beer is not beer, really. It's light, it's thin, it's got some gentle fruity tang. It does seem like it has, it's been soured a bit, but in any case, it's not very pleasant. There is some bittering in mid-palate because the beer is so thin it comes out a little bit strongly. This is not very pleasant at all. I would say, I suppose if you were in prison, you would drink it, but anyway. Okay, so I'm going to stop here with this. This is Abashiri Sakura Draft 5% flavored beer from Abashiri Beer in Abashiri City, Hokkaido. We may brew, where we may get another beer from them at some point, but I kind of doubt it. In any case, you try it and see what you think. You tell me, beer or not beer? Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye.